Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Robin and Raphael action figure 2-pack from DC Collectibles. This, of course, is based on the Batman vs. TMNT animated film, which is also based on that series of crossover comic books. I've been really excited about this lineup. I love the design of the turtle specifically in this, and this is, of course, Raphael, my absolute favorite turtle. I'm really excited to dive into this set. Of course, these are GameStop store exclusives. That's the only place you can pick up these 2-packs, which retail for $49.99. The window box there shows lots of cool stuff going on with 2 action figures, lots of accessories in there, and when we rotate it around to the back side, you can see all the other figures available in this particular series, which has got Batman and Leo, Donnie and Batgirl, Mikey and Alfred, and Ra's al Ghul and the Shredder. Really exciting stuff. Let's rip this pack open and take a closer look at them. All right, here we go with Raphael and Robin outside of the packaging. So let's go ahead and bring in the tape measure. You can see that Robin is definitely on the shorter side, a little shorter even than Michelangelo. He's barely at the 5-inch mark, while Raphael stands right at the 6-inch mark. So he's roughly the same size as Donatello, but is definitely a lot bigger and bulkier. They made him the biggest and bulkiest of the turtles, which, you know, happens a lot. We see Raphael kind of depicted that way. And I do really like how all the turtles are of different statures and different scales in this line. Really makes them feel very different from one another. Robin, on the other hand, being very, very small, you can see if we bring Batman into the picture here, you can see how much smaller Robin is to Batman. So again, great variance in the scales with the Bat family there as well. So why don't we go ahead and move Raph out of the picture here, and let's go ahead and start by focusing on the boy wonder here. So I love the overall sculpted details on these. I think that the animated looks from the Batman vs. TMNT film translate so very well to action figure form. Robin is another great one. I've loved all of these looks so far, you know, and I'll be perfectly honest, I wanted to buy these sets mostly for the Turtles as a huge Turtles fan, but I have been pleasantly surprised by just how good the Bat family are in these particular sets as well. Robin looks fantastic. You can see the paintwork is nice and clean all the way through and through. He's got those nice sharp black lines in some of the spots, which gives him that more animated look. The only place I'd say that the paint isn't perfect is you can see underneath the belt, we got a little bit of overspray kind of down on the bottom of the red tunic, but mostly he looks really, really great. I think he's a fantastic looking figure here. You can see that he's got the hood kind of pulled back and it's a separate piece there. He's also got the cape, which is a bit of a pliable plastic. So why don't we go ahead and talk about the articulation here with Robin. The head can turn left and right. It does slightly move up and down. It's on a ball joint, but not like a really wide range of motion there. Mostly just left and right. The shoulders can go up and down, forwards and backwards. We've got swivels at the elbow, a single bend at the elbow. The wrists are all hinge joints there. Look at that, you got the hinge joints, but also the ball joints there, which is really, really nice. The torso is ball jointed, so it can roll all the way around, swivel left and right. Looks like the lower portion of the tunic is hindering the motion on the thighs just a bit. Those are ball jointed at the hips, but you can see the legs only going to come out about that far. You can slightly move them forwards and backwards as well as swivel them. He does have very tight double joints in the knees, which is really, really good. Nothing in the boot cut there, but the ankles themselves can rotate and rock side to side as well as move up and down. Now, I will say he's a bit of a scrawny figure, so, you know, he's got those much thinner legs and thinner arms, and the joints are a bit loose. So, you know, he poses fine, but you are going to mess with it a little bit, I found, just to kind of get him standing. You see he kind of falls forward just a little bit, so you just got to find the right stance, and it does keep him standing. I definitely think it's because he's such a lightweight figure, and he's got those really, really skinny legs. Luckily, he's got these bigger feet, and that does help balance him out a bit there. All right, so Robin does come with several accessories. So first of all, he's got interchangeable hands, which is something we've seen across the board. So right now I've got him with the closed fists. If I want to swap out the closed fists, I can pop them right off the small little ball joint there. And we've got a couple of different sized gripping hands. So you can see you've got like a tighter grip and a wider grip there. So we can just pop that right on the ball joint just like so. And this wider grip is going to be great for accessories like a Batarang, much like we saw with Batman and Batgirl in the set. You can see he doesn't get like a really tight grip on it, but you can find the right way to position it between his thumb and fingers there, and you've got Robin holding on to the Batarang. He also comes with his own little bat signal kind of weapon there. Yep, the little smoke pellet or whatever it is, the same thing that we saw with Batman there. He's got that as well. We've also got, of course, the slice of pizza, which has been a common theme across the board there. You can see he gets a good grip on that as well. And then we've got his staff, which is a great little accessory. So we got two versions of the staff. We've got it kind of retracted there, and then we've got the fully extended staff weapon, which is fantastic. And in fact, I'm gonna try, because it's a little loose in that hand there, I wanna see, because this is the smaller gripping hand, though it is much, much tighter. Yeah, those fingers are closed, so I don't even know if this is gonna fit. Yeah, so that's worth mentioning. That hand is really tight. In fact, I bet that'll hold on to the Batarang really good. Yeah, if you just want to get like the tip, there we go, of the Batarang kind of in that hand, he gets a better grip on that. So you are going to need to use the wider gripping hand for most of these accessories, and it's a bit loose on the staff. But there you go. You can find, well, certain parts of it, it seems like. You might be able to press it in there a little bit. Yeah, so it's a bit loose holding onto the staff, which is a little unfortunate there. The other thing that Robin has, which is really cool, is he comes with an interchangeable head with the hood up. So that is pretty awesome. You can easily pop Robin's head off the ball joint. You can remove the folded back hood, and then in its place, you can pop on this new head with the hood on. So it's a nice alternate way to display your Robin action figure. So that's gonna bring us to the big brute and the best of the Ninja Turtles, Raphael, my personal favorites. I love this guy. I've loved the designs of the Turtles in this line all the way through. Raph is another really great one. They did make him bigger and chunkier and made him look like the strongest, the tough guy of the bunch. You'll notice it looks like he's got almost like a little scar over his eye there, with like even the bandana is slightly ripped where that scar is. So that just kind of adds to his whole tough guy look there. He's got those nice sharp black lines that give him that very animated look or very comic book look. And again, they got the initial worked into the belt. Like we've seen with all the Turtles, I thought it was really clever how they did it on this line. It's like a lowercase r, but it's there. It's totally there. I think that's a really great nod to the classic Ninja Turtle stuff. I also love how Raphael's knee pads look like they're like a lot tougher. They almost look like they're metal knee pads there. They got like rivets on them. And you can see the shell looks really great as well. One of the things I want to point out is here on the back of the shell, he's got this great little spot to store his psi weapons. Those actually will just plug right into the back like that, and that's how he stores his psis on this figure. How cool is that? It's pretty nifty stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about articulation with Raphael. Same as we've seen with all the other Turtles, the head mostly just looks left and right, slightly up and down. His bandana is one that's sculpted to lay over his shoulder and over his chest. So of course, when you turn, that's gonna look a little strange, but it does look great when he's in that normal pose there. The shoulders can go upwards, forwards, and backwards. You have a single joint at the elbow and a swivel at the elbow. You got a nice joint at the wrist, which is also ball jointed there, so that can move all the way around. You do have the ball joints at the thighs, a little loose at the hips there, but not too bad. You can also move forwards and backwards. You can swivel there. You do have double joints in the knees, which are all very tight on this guy, which has been like that across the board. That's actually a very good thing so that they can stand up really good. And then the ankles, you can see, you got that nice hinge there so they can move forwards and backwards, but they can also rock side to side. So decent posing out of these guys. It's exactly the same as we've seen across the board with the Turtles within this lineup. So Raph's got a couple different accessories. First of all, he's one of the guys who gets an interchangeable head. So since these are based on that Batman versus TMNT animated film, we've got Raphael wearing this great helmet with the little spike on it and the goggles on it. You can easily just swap off the head by removing the head from the ball joint, putting the new one on. I love this one too because he's like yelling, very serious face. I do have a nice red paint smear going right across the goggles, which is unfortunate, but otherwise it's a very cool extra edition. Now, personally, I'll be displaying him like a normal Ninja Turtle, but I'm never going to complain about extra heads like that. And the other thing that he's got is interchangeable hands. So I've got him with the closed fists, great for Raphael to do some punching. But in addition to that, we've also got gripping hands, and we've also got these gripping hands that have holes between the fingers for holding onto his size. Now, that made me very excited when I first saw it, but as I'm about to show you, I think there's a little bit of a problem with these hands. So we got him popped on. First of all, let's talk about his included weapon, which is his size, his classic Ninja Turtles weapon. Just like I mentioned in my video with Leonardo, these feel a little brittle, and I'm a little worried about breaking the blades. As a matter of fact, right out of the box, one of my size had a bent blade, which quickly snapped off. So the tip is broken off of the sai, which is super unfortunate. So be very careful with these. They do feel very brittle for some reason. All right, so talking about these hands again, we got that slot right there, which is so we can stick the side blade through the fingers, which is one of my favorite ways to pose Raphael action figures. And that's great until we get to about right here. The problem is that Raphael's fingers are very solid. They don't flex very well, and I cannot find a good way to properly get this blade right here going between his thumb and his index finger. I just can't do it, and I'm really worried about breaking the sai or breaking his hands. So you can stick the blades in like this, but that's about as far as I think you can get them. Now, if any of you have had better luck with this, please let me know, because I would like to know if it's actually possible to get those in between his thumb and his fingers without breaking anything. But since I already broke the tip off that side, I'm a bit worried about trying that any more than this. So on the flip side, if you would prefer, you can just get him to hold on to the size normal. You just really got to give a firm press to get it in between his fingers there, and then he can just hold on to a size just like that. So you've got a couple different options there. I just wish that was executed a little bit better. The last thing that Raphael comes with, which is a pretty fun accessory, is we do get a sewer lid, but it's a Gotham City sewer lid. It's a fun little manhole cover. We've gotten manhole covers with lots of turtles in the past, but since they're typically from New York City, it's pretty unique that we're getting a Gotham City manhole cover. So pretty good stuff right there. All right, guys, it's comparison time. So like I've done with all of these videos, I wanted to go ahead and pose this new Raphael standing alongside some of the other collector figures recently released. So we're gonna start off with a look of the classic cartoon figure from NECA Toys. And then we're also gonna put them alongside the movie figure, also from NECA Toys. This kind of gives you a good idea of what to expect with the scale on these figures. So there you go, my friends. That is a look at the Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Raphael and Robin 2-pack from DC Collectibles. All in all, I do like this set. I like the overall look of the characters. The sculpts are great. Had a few QC issues with this one with the breaking weapons and Robin not really being able to hold on to his staff as good as I'd like him to, but they're still a great looking batch of figures, and overall, I have been enjoying the line quite a bit. These are exclusive to GameStop stores, which is where I bought this set. They're pretty easy to find. I was able to walk right in and buy it off the shelf. So happy hunting, my friends. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below to let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, my friends.